Y'all, we are in Waco, Texas. And Waco, Texas is home to a few things I've learned today, a few more than I even knew about. One of them is the Dr. Pepper Museum. And since I am personally partners with the Dr. Pepper King, I thought that we should make this part of our adventure today, and y'all should come along. So come on. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Isn't that how it went?
I'm a pepper, you're a pepper.
Let's go. Lester, when the sun shines hot and the sweat comes quick, when you're all worked out and your head feels thick, that's time to drink Dr. Pepper.
And look at Mr. Atlas over here.
On a scale of 1 to excited, where are you?
Like 50.
Really? I expected you to be like around the 7 to 8-ish version. I am around the 9-ish version because of part A and part B of today's adventure.
Well, I'm in town driving. In town driving always worries me.
There's a hint in the background as to part B of the adventure. I didn't know that they were right next door to each other. I didn't know, but now I know. And now I'm like a schoolgirl excited, really pumped. This is a really cute little quaintish downtown area, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I know, you're nervous about driving. I'm gonna just keep exploring while Lester drives. Let's go. Lucky. Now. Oh yes, friends, we're going in. I think this is awesome and hilarious. No Coke or Pepsi on the premises. Thank you. Good thing, because we drove a long way to get here. The nation's oldest major soft drink. I had no idea. Did you?
Always a Coke.
I didn't know that.
No. Here.
Wait a minute. In 1885,
Uh-huh.
by a pharmacist?
By a pharmacist.
Wow. Oh, I think we're gonna learn some things today, Lester. Look at that old delivery truck. Now that's cool. Look at all the plants that I could plant on the back of that thing. That's a moving greenhouse, if you ask me. Look at this cool old back bar. I would love to have that in any part of any building or home. Like, what a neat display. Man, look at this old fireplace. This building is incredible. I love it. Oh my gosh, look at this. Win a year's supply of Dr. Pepper, Lester. Oh, we're getting fancy.
This is a self-guided tour.
Oh, okay. We're gonna learn a thing or two. Do you want? This is crazy. So crazy water crystals, and it comes from Mineral Wells, Texas. Was known to cure rheumatism, indigestion, insomnia, diabetes, Bright's disease. It could help your insomnia. Just saying.
I wonder if you do anything for my old knees.
So far you are the most consumer of Dr. Pepper, so I would think that you would know by now.
I guess it's not going to help them.
You're going to keep trying though, aren't you?
Maybe why I stay awake all night.
They made lithium water. That's crazy. They made that all the way up to the 70s. All right, now tell me what you think the strangest flavor is listed on here, because it says the 1800s they started to add syrups to the sodas. So there's one that sticks out on here that's really blowing my mind about what is
Nectarine?
in here.
I just can't picture anyone like the flavor of nectarine.
Who wants a celery flavored soda,
Oh, I
Lester?
didn't say that, celery.
Or a walnut.
Oh.
I don't know about all that.
Well, that might be okay. It's kind of a flavor of coffee, but celery?
Yeah, I'm not sure about all that. Drink Dr. Pepper's Phosphorus. Weight in iron. That is a old drink container. That is so crazy.
So in 1885 is where Dr. Pepper was invented. A 23 flavor taste sensation born right here in Waco, Texas.
So he's just like the kids. He just goes up and mixes up all the flavors, and then out comes one that actually tasted good. I wonder if he like wrote it down to replicate it, or if he had to really try again.
My thing is, what it says is no one knows why it was named Dr. Pepper.
Interesting. And then in 1886, here comes the intoxicating drink. First made from coca leaves and cola nuts. Coca-Cola. I had no idea it was a year after Dr. Pepper was invented.
Well, look, are you still recording?
Yeah.
So this former Confederate colonel who was wounded in the war made it to help alleviate and find a solution to his morphine addiction.
I know, right?
Very interesting.
Which is why he used the cocoa.
Huh.
Like a morphine. He had a morphine addiction.
Yeah.
And
So this
he
was
found
his
that
relief.
helped relieve his addiction. It took away his addiction.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Relief from one and hooked on another. So,
And then 1893 is when
Pepsi.
Cola.
And his was to help with digestion. Well, they all had a reason, I suppose.
I wonder where Sprite fits in.
You're just gonna belly up and order you some crazy water?
Look at this thing.
It's neat. It's like, can you build me one of those for the
Look how
greenhouse?
they sold it. Mild for kidneys and bowels.
Oh.
The sweetened water.
Oh, well, you need some of that.
Strong for kidneys and bowels. For stomach and bowels. It's the greatest of all natural mineral. Crazy.
What a cool place. So we're listening to Doc Alderton here, Alderton.
Was turned into a small syrup manufacturing plant.
And he said that Waco is the only place in the world you could get a Dr. Pepper. And they called it a Waco. They didn't call it a Dr. Pepper back in the day.
Some other investors started a new company about it.
Phenobarbital.
A few other soft drinks. They called it the Artesian Manufacturing.
So here's something that stands out to me. Men's fashion has hardly changed. Maybe their ties are a little shorter.
They pulled their belts up all the way over their belly buttons. So it's weird.
They did pull their belts up a little bit higher. But doesn't look so different, to be honest with you, Lester. That's the syrup jug. It's upside down, obviously, because it would go into a tank. Look at this. Pure grapefruit juice. This is so cool. I love going back in time. Here's something interesting. Free from caffeine. I wonder when they started to put caffeine in it. Dr. Pepper. Good for life. At 10, 2, and 4 o'clock. I'll have to let Lester know that's when you should be drinking it. Here's something I didn't know. The syrup manufacturing plant was in St. Louis. I had no idea. That close to home. Oh my gosh. 1985. The Diet Dr. Pepper. And I don't know what this is. It's called the Clicker. But I wish that I could find one of those because that is cool. Really cool. There's a 1962 Diet Dr. Pepper as well. The Friendly Pepper-Upper. Maybe that's what Dr. Pepper meant. All right, so this might be the coolest part of the whole tour. This is a well, and look how far down it goes. What do you think that is, 100 foot that we can see?
50 foot.
50 foot? That's really cool, y'all. All the bricks that are laid along the side of that. Who do you think went down there to put those in? Not it. This is really neat how they did this.
Dig it, though, they pull the dirt out by buckets.
Yeah.
Buckets.
Really neat how they've displayed that. And clever. I'm not gonna step on it. I'm not gonna do it. As I just saw something that made my heart stop a little bit. Y'all see that? That makes me feel special.
What?
So Lester is sitting here and telling me, you know, if there's ever like a reset, like something that big that happened in the world, and we had to figure out how to like start over. This equipment is mind-boggling to Lester and I, and we would obviously not be the ones to reinvent Dr. Pepper or soda or mechanical things. And
to skin a rabbit, okay? We'd be lucky to skin a rabbit.
hey,
proper.
I can grow a zucchini, okay, and a pumpkin, so we're gonna win there.
Oh, those on Amazon.
Oh man, that's really neat. Really neat. Sales training, Dr. Pepper. Huh. So 10, 2, and 4 is everywhere.
They recommend that you have a drink at 10, 2, and 4.
I'd like a drink at 10, 2, and 4. That's so crazy. Look, it's everywhere. That was their marketing play, is to have one at 10, 2, and 4. Drink a bite at 10, 2, and 4. Wow. Look, your shining hours, Lester.
That's crazy.
Oh, I like that sign. That's a really neat cooler. Oh my gosh, drink Dr. Pepper.
If Atlas were on Earth, he would recommend Dr. Pepper. Try it. It is liquid sunshine. It is what he wants for most strength. That's awesome.
If he doesn't look at how many grams of sugar it is.
I know.
Sugar wasn't bad back then, though. Golly, how it helps at 10, 2, and 4 o'clock. That really was a huge piece here. 10, 2, and 4, 10, 2, and 4.
They're really big on that.
Yes. A partial list of life's big and little troubles that Dr. Pepper will help. Late dates, lovers' quarrels, flat tires, gas on the stomach, wet blankets, unexpected guests, 10 o'clock blues, 2 o'clock blues. This is hilarious. I love it. Oh, to be in marketing back in those days. Begin to unwind, unlax, and ride into the stratosphere on the wings of energy. Drink a frosty bit. Wow. It helps with thirst, hunger, and fatigue.
Here's what they got you over here. This was their big challenge.
Okay.
Try it for 8 full days and then see how much more you'll enjoy time out with Dr. Pepper. By 8 days, they got you.
They're hooked.
You're addicted to your caffeine addiction.
That's so wild. Yeah, so it started out with no caffeine, and then later it was added to make it last longer, make the feelings of Dr. Pepper last longer. Oh, those are neat too. That's a neat setup right here. It looks like a general store of some sort. Get your, oh my gosh, a family carton of 6, Lester. 10, 2, and 4. That must have been a small family if you got to drink 3 of them a day. Hey, we have one of those.
We sure do.
Oh, I really like that metal 6-pack holder right there. That's really neat. So cool. So at some point, they joined with 7-Up. That was like their first dive into a merger of some sort. And then Crush got involved in that. And eventually, they joined Pepsi Cola. Is that right?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know.
I know they became publicly traded, and there's a lot of other things, but I just love to look at the nostalgia and the transition of a can. Oh my gosh, there's a king can of Dr. Pepper. That's what Lester needs. So I've never seen one of these. Oh look, that's from Dallas. But I've never seen pull tab Dr. Peppers. Beer, yes. That's pretty neat. Okay, this might be one of the funniest signs in this whole place. Please do not touch. We are old and touching hurts us. If you're coming to the Dr. Pepper Museum, prepare for a workout. It is 3 stories tall, and there is nostalgia in every layer. Mostly the nostalgia of not having pain when we went up the steps though. Take it back. No one of us is as smart as all of us. It might be my favorite phrase in this place. We have made our way into the gift shop, which is much awaited. Oh, that's a really cute idea. And I found something that Lester must have. It's coming with us. No trip would be complete without Lester and a fanny pack. All right, we are in the final phase of the Dr. Pepper Museum, and I have to tell you, it looks cool. This goes back in time when they're talking about some of the water, soda water. And the 10, 2, and 4 is right back at us here. This, to me, is one of the funniest. Just advertising. Just drink Dr. Pepper with a chicken coming out of its egg. You know, an egg hatches and you should drink a Dr. Pepper to celebrate, I suppose. So they have this thing here. It's called a liquid lab. And you can make your own soda, which is really neat. Lex would like that part, I think. Yes. But this is a really neat bottling process. And this is 7-Up actually. So at some point in time, they merged with 7-Up, which is where it became clear. Get it? See what I did there? I love the old vehicles that they have here. So neat to have those restored and in a place of being able to preserve them, because they don't make them like that anymore. Lester and I were talking. Both of us love RC Cola. I remember getting an RC Cola out of the soda machine at the baseball fields while my brothers played baseball. Now that is a wagon I've never seen before. And what is this?
It's a go-kart called the Land Cruiser.
What? How do you know? Oh, because it says it right there.
There's a sign.
I was like, did you have one? Then you must have been the coolest kids in Plum Grove. So cool. The way that they've done all of this branding to things, and that they found it all to put into a museum. Really neat. Oh, I like this wagon. Can we get one of these wagons? I want one of these wagons. Really like this wagon. All the shelves and places to put things. Really
With
cool.
my knees, how would I ever get up there?
I'm not sure how you would ever get up there.
And I would never, I might could climb up, use my upper body, but I would never get down.
Oh, wow, look at this. Somebody made a model.
Look at that clock, of course.
10, 2, and 4. This is so cool, y'all. I'm so glad y'all could join us on this tour day. The Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas. What a neat place to visit. Oh my gosh, it's actually moving and working. That's wild. So wild to me. I have to tell you, it's almost 4 o'clock. And it's almost 4 o'clock. 10, 2, and 4, we're following the Dr. Pepper rules. And we're having a date moment. Well, cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
It's almost 4 o'clock. We're allowed to have 4 o'clock root beer floats. No,
10, 2, and 4.
Dr. Pepper floats. I just messed up. Dr. Pepper floats. 10, 2, and 4. Necessity.